Hey, it's Linda. Today I wanted to make some salve so I can give that to some friends of mine. I told you I'd show you how to do it. First, I wanted to show you, now this salve here, I already made, let's see, this was August. And so it's been sitting in and I drained it the other day. This is the one that was drained the other day, or strained, or whatever. But this has comfrey, rose, peony, lavender, marshmallow, lemongrass, chamomile, jasmine, and dandelion. And the reason why I've got all that, which this is just going to be all together for a salve, but like the comfrey, it is good for burns. It's good for burns, sprains, bruises, anti-inflammatory, bones, neck bone, for other stuff, but I'm looking mainly for pain or skin salve. And then the rose and peony, peonies are good for muscle cramps, nerve pain, even migraines, fatigue. Rose is anti-inflammatory. And then marshmallow is good for pain and swelling. So that's good. Lemongrass, it's pain, joint pain, all different kinds of pain. Chamomile is good for the wounds. It's for wound healing and pain. And of course, jasmine and dandelion both are also good for pain. So I've collected all the stuff for this particular salve to go into that's strictly a pain salve. So you want to measure this. So I got my scales, and so I want to measure this and put it in my recipe and see how much there is. And you want to get all the oil because I mean that's like liquid gold. You know, it defeats the purpose if you leave too much in there. Okay. So then you've got that, and I've got 9.88 ounces. And then I'm going to let me get a tablespoon. I'm going to probably start off with 2 tablespoons. I don't want it of beeswax. I don't want it to be so thick that you can't spread it, but I also don't want it to be runny. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of beeswax. And then you just stick this in the microwave and let it melt. So I'm going to put that over 2 minutes and let it see. While we're doing that though, I wanted to show you, let me move this down to the next part of it. I went out in the field and I gathered some more, remember the other day when I showed you what yarrow looks like in the field? Well, I gathered some, looks really nice. And you want to just make sure you get all the straw and all the stuff that's not yarrow out of there. But what you'll do is, you'll just take some yarrow, and I don't know if you can see it or not. Then you just flip it. Yeah, you can see. I'm just cutting it in small, not little bitty pieces, but enough to get in there so I can, and you want to just fill your jar full. Now, I went and got some plantain from the garden, but I don't know if you can see that. I think it's been, frostbit by the cooler weather that we've had, so I'm not going to use it. I'll wait until springtime and I'll make some more. That's the thing of it, is this salve and all your tinctures and stuff is, and I'm using the stems and everything. But your salves and your tinctures, you have to harvest when they're there. And you have to make it then, because you want to be able to make enough to last you through the winter, through to the next time. That's just like with herbs or anything else. And I'm going to let this go the slow way. Instead of putting it in a crock pot, I'm just going to put a date on it, and I'm just going to put it in the dark, and I'm going to let it sit for 6 to 8 weeks. I'll make myself a note on the calendar to get it out and strain it. And again, if you forget, it's okay. It just makes it stronger. Then there comes a period of time when it doesn't matter. You've leached out all the goodness, you know. But if you forget, it's not the end of the world. Now, I wanted to show you, because I went and looked, and I don't know if you can see that. That is chickweed. But there wasn't enough of it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this in there. But there wasn't enough of the chickweed to even show you on the camera. So I'll wait till spring, because it's everywhere in the spring. And I know when I show you, you'll go, oh, I know what that is. Because for years I've pulled it up and thrown it away, because it grows faster than the grass. And it's probably one of the first things that grows, and you can start harvesting it. Now, that's good for salads. You can eat with it. Now, don't eat yarrow. I don't think you can eat yarrow. I think that's just an outside and external. I'd have to check my book, because like I said, I don't do this enough to have it all memorized. But oh my goodness, that yarrow smells so good. It smells earthy, and the flowers are phenomenal. But in fact, I thought I had a flower. I do. I'm gonna cut that up in there. But that's the flower. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, and I'm just gonna cut that up in there too. And the stem, because you don't want to waste anything. Now, I get this in my field, because I know I don't put any poisons or anything on my field, because we let it grow into hay, and then we have neighbors that come and cut it for hay for their cows. So we don't put poison on there. And so if you don't have it grown by your house and you find somebody who does, ask them first. First of all, just for the fact of being polite. Second of all, you want to ask them, because you want to ask also, have they placed poison on it? Because a lot of the things, I see a lot of this stuff on the side of the road, but you can't use that, because the state always comes by and poisons it, so they don't have to mow. Okay, so that's enough. You see what I've done. I've just packed it full. Not crammed it full, because you want a little bit of air. Let me get my oil. And then you have to decide if you want olive oil. This is grapeseed oil. I like it better because it soaks into your skin better. Now, you can see, I'm just pouring it in there. Now, if you was making a medicinal tincture, you would use this with 80 proof vodka. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what tincture is. And that you would only take a drop or two. And I don't have my knife, but I'm just trying to get rid of all the air bubbles. Air is not your friend when you're making oil, because you don't want this stuff to spoil. And so I'm going to top that off, and I will label it and put the date on there and put down where I got it, so that I just know for past experience. Let me get me a lid. I may have to put y'all on hold. Nope, there's one. Anyways, and that's how you start your oil. And like I said, I'm gonna let this do 6 to 8 weeks in a dark place. Some places you just have to, some places you shake it. Some things that you do this, you shake it, put it in the sunny windowsill, and shake it every 2 or 3 days. So you just pretty well have to use Google and find out which is which. Or you can buy the herb books, and that will tell you how to do that. But I've got plenty of this, and I'm going to do that again, because like I said, I don't want to waste any of it. But that's how you do that. Now let me go back over here and see if the oil, if the beeswax. Okay. As you can see, I don't know if you can see or not. I've got, and there's parts of the plant in there, I just leave it. Because it's not going to get, what's the word? It's not going to mildew. Because that's got, some of the seeds are so fine, I don't have a fine strainer. So anyways, and it's going on our skin. It's not going in the body. So anyways, that's melted. So what I do is I take a spoon and, I mean, what, no, that was just, no, that did have oil. Anyways, I just take a little bit of it and put it in a spoon, and then I put it in the freezer to see if it's going to gel and how hard it will be. And I just kind of let it sit there. When I've figured out how much to do, then I will put them in jars. Right now, I've been some sweet person's been giving me some baby food jars. They're clean. I'll put the label on the top of it, and that will be my salve. And like I said, you can get the beeswax on Amazon, and so that's kind of it for right now. And I will talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Hey, it's me. I'm back. I wanted to show y'all the result of the oil salve that I just made, and that was perfect. It's a little messy when I put it in there, but I also wanted to tell you that if you did want to harvest your stuff, you can go to health food stores like up here at Bismarck. We have the Happy Tree, and she's got a lot of this stuff, the Comfrey, and in fact I think I got all of this from her because I don't grow comfrey, and my dandelion's out of season. So check with your health food stores to see if they've got these, because a lot of these that you do, you can also use them for tea. So you can make your own salve doing it that way. We'll talk to you later. Bye.